Hi, I'm Sherry Lord, International Channel and Deep Trance Channel and founder of the Light Consciousness Expos. And I'm also hosting the podcast for the Light Consciousness Expos as well. We have a wonderful guest, Joy Pedersen. She's amazing, and we're going to love having her story come on and her gifts and abilities. She has so much to share with us. And I'm also putting together seminars. I'm a Deep Trance channel for the Golden Keys of Eroth. And our first one will be July 24th at the Devonshire in Sarasota, Florida. Tickets are on sale at www.sherrylord.com. And my second seminar with Eroth and Deep Trance will be in Midland, Michigan at the auditorium. And we're excited to be there. Our sponsors are Joe and Jeff, and they own the Higher Self Bookstore and Ways to Wellness in Michigan. We're so happy to have their support, their love, and it's amazing what's going on right now. There's a lot of changes happening right now. The energies are very, very intense. So just stay in your center, keep going inward, and keep surrendering right now. And things are shifting for all of us. Things are coming up to be released. So be gentle with yourselves. We're all doing the best we possibly can. But what I like to do is play our ad for the Light Consciousness Expo, May 14th and 15th. We're so excited. We have we have yoga, we have some kids stuff, we have readers, we have a powerhouse of speakers, and we have crystals, vendors, merchandise, drawings both days, some giveaways. It's just amazing. And I'm having a lot of fun bringing this together and sharing it with all the people. And we're so happy to be at the Sarasota Event Center at 600 North Beneva Road, Sarasota, Florida. And you can go to www.sherrylord.com, SHERRYLORD. Admittance tickets are discounted. You get $3 off a one day, and you get a $3 off a weekend pass. So go online to get the discounts, or they're full price at the door. What we'd like to always do is play our ad.
It's 2022 and time to rock the airwaves and raise vibrations. The Light Consciousness Expo, now in its second annual year, is bigger and better than ever. Come join us May 14th and 15th, 2022 at the Sarasota Event Center for 2 days of powerful speakers and psychic mediums who will share insights, forecasts, and divine channeled messages. Enjoy 45 plus exhibitors, over 32 workshops, top intuitive readers, astrologers, and a variety of vendors and holistic products, along with 4 special keynote speakers. Experience deep trance messages with Eroth and Sherry, and America's most loved medium, Joseph Labruto III, Kathleen Sherman, a medical intuitive and energy healer, and Kevin Lee, a motivational speaker and international best-selling author. Immerse yourself in a joyous, diverse atmosphere where authors, artisans, psychic readers, energy healers, and more gather together to create and share their unique gifts with you. Presented by Sherry Lord, an internationally recognized channel and speaker. Get complete event access with a $10 one-day or $15 weekend pass wristband to our exhibitors hall and 25 free workshops and speakers. There is an additional fee for some speaker events. Discounts given to everyone who registers early and online, and tickets will be available at the door. Information and conference tickets available at sherrylord.com. So sign up now and come join us for a fun, energetic, and life-changing event. Again, it's the Light Consciousness Expo, May 14th and 15th, 2022 at the Sarasota Event Center in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. See you there.
We're so excited. We're looking forward to it. It's only a few more weeks away. But what we like to do now is we want to let's bring in Joy, because Joy is amazing. And we're going to see if we can bring her in here real quick. We're going to bring her right in. But what I'd like to say a little bit about Joy before we bring in, I have met her last year, and she's just a beautiful soul, but she has amazing experiences in her life to share with us. And she offers so much gifts that she has that she's going to be sharing with us. But Joy Pedersen is a doctor of divinity, ordained minister. She is an intuitive licensed spiritual healer, certified spiritual health coach, certified law of attraction practitioner, international best-selling author, and practitioner, founder of Express Success LLC. So let's have her tell us a little bit more about her. Hello, Joy, you there? Hi, Joy. Can you hear me, Joy? Yay. I hope to bring her on. Takes a few seconds. Hi, Joy, how are you?
Oh, thanks. How are you?
Wonderful. It's so good to see you again and reconnect with you again and have you on our podcast. We're also
Thank you for having me.
excited to have you at our Light Consciousness Expo as a guest speaker. I mean,
Right.
and you are amazing. We have you as a guest and we're so happy. You just had an event not too long ago about heaven on earth, and I saw you at the beach. Can you kind of elaborate a little bit about that? Because this is a making that you've had for years.
Yes, we celebrated the 9th anniversary of the opening of Heaven on Earth.
And this
And
is, yep.
we did it at the beach, which was, to me, is a perfect depiction of Heaven on Earth. But it was really delightful, met a lot of wonderful new people, and I got to share a little bit of the history of the opening of Heaven on Earth and then the possibilities for the future for all.
That's amazing. And we have a couple of questions for you because you have an amazing background that led you on your spiritual path. And we'd love you to share some of those experiences. When did you become aware of your spiritual gifts and your abilities? And can you share some of your own experiences that led you up? What were you doing before all of this? And were you always psychic, or did it just kind of unfold for you?
When I was a child, I could see angels and demons and ghosts, and also knew I was here for the end of the world as we knew it. And I knew this was my last lifetime. And that was without any spiritual training. I don't even know where it came from, but that's what I knew. So I was always predisposed to spiritual path, but ended up working in television, worked at Paramount for many years. And while there, people were struggling to get a job, and I wanted to help them, and started teaching the law of attraction and realized we all had blocks. And then in my search for a solution for that, was introduced to a spiritual healing process, which sort of opened the door for more formal spiritual work. And I was able to identify the hidden causes of people's challenges and then clear them with spiritual healing. But it was a long path if you think about it. You know, this is why I came here. So my whole life was set up to support me in discovering my spiritual gifts. I went to a past life therapist out of curiosity, really, and then realized I could recall my own past lives. So it was a journey that encompassed just a lot of different elements that supported the ultimate work that I was here to do.
Well, you've also, I remember a conversation we had, and you also help businesses clear any blockages, and also people or their places or what's going on with them. I found that very interesting as a gift that you have, because many people do need help to success and to succeed.
Yeah, I started out with the business community. I actually used to teach the art of networking, and I already had that audience. And it was when I came out of the closet, so to speak, saying I could talk to angels and others, and I was guided to do a spiritual practice and take this more formally. I was surprised actually that I had members of my business network, all men actually, hire me, and it became sort of an organic situation where I was working on business and personal issues for my clientele. And now I've been blessed to have a clientele around the world. I clear property around the world. I clear their business issues, their personal issues. And it's just been a delight to meet some wonderful people who know they're here for a reason. They have a goal, and there's a stumbling block. And if you can identify the hidden block and remove it for people, they can succeed with more ease.
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, I mean, you're really well known globally, and we just wanted people to realize that. and to remind people that you have the best-selling book, and you are an author, and very well-rounded and grounded and highly spiritual at the same time. But we also want to know what inspired you to write your book, Wisdom of the Guardian, unfold for you. How did that unfold? How did the book come in play for you? Were you always wanting to write a book? Or was this something that just kind of happened, like a light bulb, I'm going to write a book?
No, Archangel Michael stood before me asking me to write his book.
That doesn't surprise me.
He's kind of hard to turn down. So all I thought to ask him at the time was how many chapters. He said 22. I said, okay.
Oh, wow. That's all. That's a lot.
Well, the interesting thing about it was that he not only asked me to write the book, he asked me to join him in a healing practice. So up until that point, I wasn't really focused on a healing practice. I was, like I said, I was running a business network, and I had done other things, including worked in the entertainment industry. And the spiritual support I was offering people was more on the side.
Okay.
And then Michael asked me to join him in a healing practice and do this, the book. And I was, well, I was a little flabbergasted at the time, but it changed my entire life, because that's when I really went into a full-time practice. That's when I realized actually I could read other people's past lives, not just my own. And it became a life of its own. But then also we were, part of that was to clear a lot of the darkness that had undermined humanity and the planet. And that's how we ended up being able to open up Heaven on Earth, was when we cleared the darkness substantially enough that the light of God could have a foothold versus the dark running the show. It was interesting that we're doing this interview today on April 1st, because March 30th was the anniversary of the opening of Heaven on Earth.
Yes.
Archangel Michael said the next day that the Earth ascended, and the day after that was April 1st, and God said, I now own the world. And I don't think people realize how dark it has been. And now that it's in the light, we have a lot of cleanups to still do. And we continue to do that. But it's like the closets got cleaned. It's all in the middle of the living room floor. And now we have to sort through, figure out what we're going to keep, not keep. How do we rectify some of the mess we've made, and then move on. So we're in really good shape, although it may not look as delightful on the outside.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but light does prevail. So
Yeah.
this is good, and you're doing great work. You really are, you know.
Thank you.
And it's just wonderful to have you on, and we're honored to have you. But I have a question, another one. I have lots actually, but the question I have is, as an author, what advice can you give to people who want to write a book? There's so many people who don't know how to get started with a book, or they have this sitting there for years and want to write a book. What advice can you give them to simplify it than what they think in their head, or how to help them be more motivated to write a book? What can they do? What practice can they put in place?
Well, I think you just hit on something is they're in their head. I think if they move to their heart and just write and write what really is in their heart to convey, what they're inspired to write, and not worry about the end result.
Oh, there you go.
And then once you have it on paper, then you can sort through it. The hard part is not the writing, I found. It's what you do with it afterwards, and it's the constant editing and evolving. I wrote a second book, Clear Your Past and Change Your Future, and it became an international bestseller about the work that Michael and I did in opening up Heaven on Earth and what transpired. And then I got fussy and also busy. I wanted to correct it, and I've re-edited it, and I still want to redo the whole book and the whole cover and everything, because I don't feel like it's congruent with, the messaging and the cover and all of that. So you can get hung up sometimes in the perfectionism. The book has the information that's necessary to help evolve people, but me as a human wants it just so. So, I'm in my own way to a degree also, and we could all do that. And I also found that when I came out with Michael's book or wanted to publish it, I was kind of stuck. And I realized I had a lot of past lives of persecution, and I had to clear my own past lives of persecution and past lives of when I'd been an author before, because as a public figure or communicating anything publicly, whether it's written word or speaking, it's a mixed bag of reception. So if you're not well received, or someone has an issue with you, or they behead you because they don't like what you're saying, or whatever they've done in past lives during the real dark times, you carry that within your subconscious, and that can block you from writing, publishing. And it certainly didn't block me from writing, it blocked me from publishing. Had to clear about 8 lifetimes of persecution, published the book, and then before I could speak about the book, I had to clear more lifetimes of persecution. So sometimes it's the internal blocks that are in the way that would block the process more than the actual technology or the technique of writing, the technique of marketing, and all of that. But all those things are equally necessary.
I think that's fascinating for people to hear, because people don't realize that sometimes it's more than what's before them, that it's deeper. And when you can release that, you have such a freedom to soar, and to be successful. I think this is great information and knowledge for people to understand. Sometimes it's not you in this very moment, it's just something deeper from other lifetimes that affect you in this lifetime. I think that's good information, and it gives people some alternatives to look at things. Is there something else here besides me not writing to write a book? What is stopping me? Sometimes it's you getting in the way, and sometimes it's something much more. But what you also hit on was that you can clear one thing and start moving forward, but there might be another thing that needs to clear. I think that's wonderful for people to pay attention and to be aware and to just do it anyways. I think it's wonderful what you're doing and how you're helping the world, and your contributions to it. And Sarasota, she's in Sarasota here. We just love her. And we're also excited because you'll be speaking at the Light Consciousness Expo, and you'll be signing your book right after your talk. And people are going to be doing selfies. It's just more to meet the author, and you go purchase your book, and then they'll sign it right then and there, and selfies can be taken. It'll be a lot of fun. But you also, what will people receive from your talk? What will they experience if they come to see you?
Well, I do want to give a little history of how this occurred, so people are grounded in the actual facts of what unfolded in order to officially open Heaven on Earth. But now it's about people being able to experience Heaven on Earth, and it's an individual type of thing, all based on their consciousness. So I want to give opportunity during that talk to elevate, to have some tools to use. I'm also going to gift people with the new tree of life. One of the unique things about the Holy Week that particular year that Heaven on Earth opened was we were given a new tree of life, and that aligns you with the divine within your own heart to access all there is. So it's a tool that people can use when they're aligned in the light, and I'll be gifting people that day, and we'll have other tools. And like I often do is even I can tell you what I basically want to do today, but I'm going to talk to Source before to ask if there's updates, if there's new tools to use, because one of the things that God says to me all the time, forget about what you think you know, so I can give you new information. Exactly. And even the tools that I use in my healing have shifted over the years, because we can short circuit some of the longer efforts that we've made before, because he now has new tools. We've shifted energetically, and so why give old information when there's new information? We've even had to update the tree of life since it was first given, because energies have shifted.
Yeah, things are constantly evolving, and you got it right there. And when you get that, you're never stagnant. You're not stuck in the old. You're always evolving and consciously. And it's good that you're just amazing. We're so happy to have you. And the other question is, people are watching and listening to this video. How can they get a hold of you? Is it Facebook, website? I mean, how can people get a hold of you?
Well, I'm always, my website's probably the easiest because it connects with all the social media as well, joypedersen.com, and Pedersen is Pedersen. But I've got Facebook, Instagram.
They're easy
all
to
of the
find
social
you
media.
then. They can easy to find you. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy to have you. And I'm telling you, get your tickets at www.sherrylord.com, SHERRYLORD, because these tickets are going to sell quickly. And you get, on your admittance ticket, you get $3 off a day pass, or you get $3 off a weekend pass. But if you buy a speaker ticket, you automatically get a weekend pass. So there's a lot of gifts here and a lot of discounts. Come and join, meet and greet, and let's have a lot of fun. And she's going to sell out. So we really hope you get your tickets early because the seats are limited. Just want to say thank you so much for joining us, Joy. And we'll see you in May. And
Thank you. I
looking
look forward to
forward to
seeing
this
you.
wonderful event with you too. Thank you, hon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.